Cool. All done with work. I'm gonna go to bed.
Wait. Should I just start without you? Hello? All right, then. What's up? What's happening? What's going on? And welcome back to another episode of the Fish and Chips Movie Reviews. Just cut to the intro. I'm Matt Fischioni. Sam, it's your part.
Oh, all right. I forgot we were recording. And I'm Sam Chips Cohen.
Back to the one and the only talk show where we talk, review, and recommend movies. Thank you all for joining us for yet another episode. Guys, we have another guest here on Fish and Chips. So please welcome to the show, Nick Giglietti. Sorry if I butchered your name.
Giglietti, but it's all right.
Man. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm from East Haven, Connecticut. I'm a sophomore at Dean College, and I'd say my favorite movie is The Miracle on Ice or The Mighty Ducks.
Wow, interesting choices. You know, I would have to say that for me personally, Miracle, best sports film of all time.
Yeah.
Without doubt.
I really like Miracle, but if I had to pick when it comes to sports movies, I have to go Invictus.
Here on Fish and Films, you guys probably know we like to review movies. But here, I feel like we're going to do things a little bit differently because knowing us, we like to break our own rules here. So for today's episode, we are going to be talking about some of the best TV shows that we've watched recently, specifically more on Netflix. And I'm going to start by breaking down a show that I saw pretty recently, and it is called Unorthodox. And it is about a lady who is a part of a arranged marriage, who is unhappy. She is, held back from doing anything that she wants. She secretly travels to Germany to start a new life and to follow her dreams.
You escaped, didn't you?
You make it sound like I was in prison.
Weren't you?
No, but I left without telling anyone.
Why did you leave?
God expected too much of me.
This show was really, really good. And what I found about it so interesting is for a good portion of it, it takes place in Brooklyn, specifically Williamsburg, Brooklyn. And for those who do not know, I am from Brooklyn, New York. And in some areas, we have, areas that are more acidic than in some certain areas. But for me, whenever I pass up on them all the time, I always have to wonder, what is it about them that makes them so unique? Like what are some of the things that they believe in? What are some of the practices, that they do within their families and within their community? And I think what this show really did was kind of answered pretty much all of my questions. They have a rule within their religion that they have to follow, and they're really strict about it. And something that I would have to wonder is there that one person that just cannot take it anymore? Thankfully for this show, we got it, and it is a really good show. I mean, the person who plays the main character, her name is Esther. Fantastic. Everybody, every cast member was absolutely great. It's a really good-looking show. And also, it's a mini-series. It's only 4 episodes long, between 52 and 55 minutes. And for those reasons, I'm going to give Unorthodox a 9 out of a 10.
So the show I'm going to talk about, Will, I'm wearing the hat for it. It's on Netflix. It's called The Peaky Blinders.
That is God. Peaky Blinders.
We fool around with a shadow.
People thinking I'm gonna fall. Who's gonna take the throne, eh?
So this show's been going around for has 5 seasons, been going around since 2013. It's all about a Birmingham, England crime family. It gets into like all the criminal activities that they pursue. I really do enjoy this show. I remember when I first got this, my mom said to me, "You look like somebody from Peaky Blinders," and I was like, "What are you talking about?" Then I like go, "Oh, it's a show," and I go, "Okay, fine, I'll watch a show," and then I started getting very into it. And they have like a lot of different characters, of different like ethnicities within the UK, because the UK is not just English or Scottish or Welsh or Irish. It's like a whole mix of people. And each season you're like they're just like, ooh, what's gonna happen next? Because it's like so insane of just like the kinds of stories, and like kind of like thinking like, oh, who's gonna live, who's gonna die. I really do enjoy the show. I want more people to watch it. I absolutely love the intro, like the theme song, because every time I put this on, I like wear something that makes me feel like someone from the Peaky Blinders. I keep on thinking about this song called "Right Hand Man," which is amazing song.
On a gathering storm comes a tall, handsome man in a dusty black coat with a red right hand.
I'd have to give this show, if I had to rank it, I'd have to give it maybe an 8.75.
So a show that I've watched on Netflix recently is called Lock and Key. There's one season, and it starts out with a family moving from Washington State to Boston, Massachusetts, because their father died, and they moved to his old house. The mom has 3 kids. A little boy went into this playhouse, they called it, and heard echoes, and the echoes gave him a key, and this key unlocked anything. So in one part of the episode, he had a key that unlocked the back of his head, and it can unlock all of his memories. So whenever you hear echoes around all the house, that's where a key is. So all the keys are different, right?
So they basically take. He takes a key and can go like
he
back there.
Yeah, he just falls, and then they go into this door that it's their brain, it's their memory.
I'm actually kind of very interested in this show right now.
Yeah, same here.
How is any of this possible?
This isn't a game. We don't know what these keys unlock.
You woke me up. You have no idea what's coming.
I just thought it was a great season. There's only one season. There's been talks of another season. Out of 10, I think I'd have to give this a 9.4. It's a show called Outer Banks. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it over quarantine. It starts out with the Pogues, and who are basically the rich people, and the people who are poor. And the people who are poor obviously don't like the Pogues because they have money. They can basically do whatever they want. So this the main character, John Buckarellich, starts doing work on Sarah Cameron's dad's boat. And little do they know, they start catching feelings.
The Outer Banks. Paradise on Earth. And that's me, John Buckarellich. And this is where I live. It's the sort of place where you either have 2 jobs or 2 houses, 2 tribes, 1 island.
But overall, I can't wait for the next season to come out. If I had to give this out of 10, I'd probably say an 8, only because the acting is a little poor. John Buckarellich is a 27-year-old playing a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
So I think that's a little off the charts. So
Yeah. I also, it's funny enough when you told us, what you're going to be talking about. I actually took the time out of myself to actually watch the show, and I gotta tell you, I hate you for getting me hooked onto the show now. It's really, really good. In fact, I introduced it to my family, and they're even hooked onto it.
Yeah.
The suspense is terrific. But I do agree. There are some people that are just not really believable, and the acting is not that good. And you know what? I'm gonna have to agree with you. I'm going to give Outer Banks a 8 out of a 10. I believe season 2 is gonna be out either in March or April. I'm not so sure it's gonna be around that time, but I personally cannot wait for it. And if you are interested in seeing any of the shows that we just talked about, it is on Netflix right now, all of them. And if you have watched it before, please leave a comment down below and tell us what you thought about it. Because on that note, we are all out of time. Nick, thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, I'm Matt.
And I'm Sam.
And join us for our next episode of the Fish
and Chip
Movie Reviews.
Woo! All right, I'm going to bed.
You know what? I might